What up, though, y'all? We back again with another show of Mike and Drew Sports. I'm Mike Cash.
Drewski Love here checking in. What's up, baby?
You already know we about to have another good one. So today we're going to talk about the Warriors. That boy Steph is out with an MCL sprain. He's going to be out for probably about 3 weeks from right now. We're going to talk about what the Warriors' playoff chances going to be with him out. Then you got the Celtics. You know, they dealing with a lot of injuries. Kyrie just had surgery on his knee again, so he expected to miss the next 3 to 6 weeks. So we're going to be talking about, should he come back or should he just sit out? Chalk this year up. Then we're going to talk about Kawhi Leonard. You know, he going through some things with the Spurs. He still is not healthy. So we're going to see if he going to potentially come back. Who knows? And then we're going to get into that Final Four with Michigan versus Loyola and then Kansas versus Villanova.
Yep. What he said.
All right, so first let's go ahead and get into the Warriors. Like, what do you think is the playoff chances without Steph? Like, will they get bounced in the first round, or does he need to rush and come back? Is it something they need to be worried about?
Well, he can't first. Yeah, they should be worried. Number one, because you need Steph. You know what I'm saying, to go far in the playoffs. I feel like he more important this year than ever. Right. Because every team's catching up. Like, they're not first in the West no more. The West stacked from top to bottom, literally. Maybe except the A seed. I feel like from 7 on up can beat any other seed. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I feel like the Warriors, they can get put out early, especially in the second round. They probably going to be playing the Trailblazers. Especially in the conference finals, they're going to be playing the Rockets. I feel like Steph should sit out. It don't make no sense to come back and try to rush back. You see what happens when players try to rush back. He just tried to rush back. That's what happens.
Knee up right after that.
What do you think? Do you think they're the favorites still?
No, they most definitely not the favorites. Even before the injuries, it was just the Rockets is so on point right now. They just had their first 60-win season, so they looking too good, man. And with all these injuries, you got Steph out, KD out for 2 weeks, Klay Thompson with an injury, Draymond with an injury. I think it's just that time for him, man, to be dethroned. See what teams coming up, his young talent coming up like the Jazz. They right now, who they playing the second round?
They play the Warriors or the Rockets.
Yeah, the Warriors and the Rockets. You got the Jazz coming up, man. So the Warriors gonna have a tough time. They might end up playing the Thunder in the first round.
Yeah,
they could lose that. And if Steph not playing that first game, trying to go up against Russell Westbrook, Paul George, if him and Carmelo get hot, Russell gonna get your triple-double. So.
It's gonna be interesting to see Kevin Durant play without Steph Curry.
Yeah,
because he's gonna be okay by the time the playoffs start.
Yeah, because they got 3 other All-Stars,
Right.
But with Steph being out, he's like one of the focal points of the team, and just by the numbers, they're worse without Steph.
Of course.
So so we're gonna have to see what KD do, but I think like the defense is gonna focus more on KD and Klay Thompson. He can get his own shot, but not how KD and Steph can. Like Klay Thompson, more of a catch and shoot, take one dribble, step over and shoot, or while he run around screens and get open. So it's gonna be harder to do that when Steph is not in the equation.
But KD, if he win this ring and Steph not playing, this will for sure validate his decision. In terms of the NBA, you know what I'm saying?
It'll never validate his decision.
In NBA, combo, it would validate his decision. Because you win in the ring, you won without Steph Curry, so you can't say, you had another MVP to help you.
So do you think he could possibly win a whole finals without Steph, period?
I think he's capable, of course, yeah. I think he's capable.
I don't know, man. That's tough right there.
Apparently it's what he's going to have to do. I think he's capable. If he can't do it without Steph, then it's like...
They already done lost to the Rockets.
Who are you?
They already done lost to the Rockets twice already this year.
Yeah,
got beat by the Jazz twice.
So the Jazz is a team,
they hot right now.
Nobody want to see them in the first round.
And they ain't got a big man that can keep up with Rudy Gobert. They got Donovan Mitchell, Ricky Rubio at the point. They got a lot of good, decent players. But at the end of the day, the Warriors still got 4 All-Stars. Steph is for sure going to miss the first round. So if he don't come back the first round, if they got to meet somebody like maybe the Jazz or the Thunder or a team like that,
could get bad for them boys.
For real. But you know they got Quinn Cook though.
Yeah,
you know
he
he been averaging 25 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. So maybe he'll step up. He will step up. And like he said, Steph Curry told him he don't want him to hesitate. Even if he go 0 for 25, when he take the 26 shots, still just shoot.
Confidence.
Yeah, just gotta have that confidence. That's all this about, man. And they gonna get a lot of more experience with this without Steph. It's happened when they played the Blazers when Steph was out
Right.
the whole second round, or maybe I think he was out the whole first round, then
Right.
came back in the middle of the second round. So it ain't nothing they ain't dealt with before.
And they got other pieces to step in.
Yeah, Iggy,
Right.
Nick Young been playing okay. Jordan Bell, they still got David West, and you know who knows, they might pick up a free agent. You know how they do.
Since we're talking about the Warriors, I been hearing recently like people talk about where Draymond ranks in terms of top tier talent in the NBA, and I've been hearing people say he overrated. A couple people say he underrated, but where do you think Draymond's a top 10 player?
No, he's not a top 10 player. I don't think.
Where would you rank him?
I rank him in the top 15.
But if you rank him in the top 15, I mean you got to put Klay Thompson in the top 15. Because Klay Thompson is clearly better than Draymond.
It's just that Draymond just got the defense and the fire, like he played.
But that ain't nothing. Fire don't mean nothing.
I'm saying, but that's what goes into your game now. Your hustle, how your intensity on the court.
Right.
That could make you a top 10 player. But as far as everything, like when we looked at the numbers, like him and Lonzo Ball is kind of averaging the same thing, but they calling Lonzo a bust and
Right.
Draymond the
Makes
defensive
sense.
player of the year.
Right.
So I just, like I said, it's just really his intensity on the court, which makes it look like he's a top 10 player. But I don't think he's a top 10 player.
I don't think he's a top 15 player because at that point you got to put Klay Thompson up there.
Yeah, Klay Thompson got to go
above Draymond on top. And that's what I'm saying. So if you talk about, that's why I don't understand how you can even say Draymond's a top 10 player when you ain't even thinking about Klay being better than Draymond.
Right, and Klay probably just as good on defense as just Draymond, just defending bigger players and maybe get
and like you said,
block more a game. Yeah,
Klay Thompson is probably
guarding those wings, and he still got to come out and put up points. Draymond just focusing strictly on
defense. And if he was on the
defense.
team by himself, bro, you would really see that he's not a top 10 player. If he was on the team by himself, because at the end of the day, defense wins games and championships, but you need to put the ball in the bucket.
Yeah. If you scoring 0 points, you got 10 rebounds and 3 blocks.
Right. He can't get no triple double with no points on the team by himself.
Right. And if you're the focal point of the team, at this point, how the NBA is going, your superstar needs to average at least 23 points and up, maybe 25 to 26 if you want to get into that playoff position or possibly winning a championship. But overall, I don't think that Draymond is a top 10 player.
All right, I was just curious, man. We just go ahead and slide out of there.
All right, so next we're gonna go to your boy, the bus driver, Uncle Drew.
Let's get it.
Kyrie Irving. He just had that procedure on his knee. He expected to miss 3 to 6 weeks. How
Tragic.
How quick do you think the Celtics need Kyrie back?
They need him ASAP. That's the bottom line. They need him as soon as possible. Because if they ain't got him, it's like they might get put out in the first round without Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
They are a good team though.
Yeah, without him, but they still got Marcus Smart. He out 6 to 8 weeks.
Exactly.
That's one of their best defenders. Gordon Hayward went down the first game within 5 minutes, missing the whole season.
If it was any team though of young Bulls that can get some stuff done in the playoffs, I will say it's this team. They got the most. They got a lot of talent.
They call it the J team.
Yeah, the J team.
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum. That's gonna be my favorite player in about 3 years. I can already see that. He got a calmness about his game, but he got he can shoot the three, he can shoot the mid range, but he big. He play the post. So they got young dogs that can ball, but in terms of them and their playoff success, they need Kyrie Irving back.
What luxury to have this young, talented
stop,
players.
slow down, and
That's all the playoffs are
in the ball. Somebody who's gonna put up, but step back and hit the three like I did with Steph.
Their development of the team is tied to the development of their young forwards, Jalen Brown.
ASAP, because
Here's Jason Tatum.
but Terry Rozier been playing good. Man. He scored 30 points in the last 4 games. Morris been playing good, so Long as they can make it
Jalen
out the
Brown
first
fresh
round.
just got back from
Yeah,
injury.
but he almost tore his head off. He almost tore his head off, man. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. Just watching it live, he got the dunk and then flipped and.
But that's because they be a little over aggressive. You want to be ferocious, but you got to think about your future sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here risking your life over the game because that get you your money.
Right, and he missed almost 2 weeks with like going through the concussion protocol. So.
Right, but they do got some young dogs. Jason Tatum, I would like to see Jason Tatum for me to take them out of the first round.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna.
Just for me, that's enough. That'd be enough
That's
to
what
see him
it's
do
gonna
that to make that jump in his first year from, just being a rookie to like I know I can lead a team. That would be nice to see.
And it's just gonna give him a lot of experience too. Even if Kyrie don't play the first round, that's gonna give him a lot of experience and get them ready for the second round. Once Kyrie back, he fresh. Right now, I don't think his knee doing too bad, but he know what it happened before. He went down in 2015, tore his knee,
And it's
broke his kneecap against the Warriors.
And you see why, like, when you're talking about players like Steph with the ankle, Kyrie with the knee, it's because he's the stop and go king.
Didn't stop.
You're right. If you do that, you can't keep. I mean, you can, but it's like being the king of that. If he do that in the playoffs one time, that's how he crumbled his knee playing against the Warriors. Stopping and going. If he stop and go at the wrong time, it's a wrap on that. Especially this season, if he come back, I feel like
I think he been taking it easy. Like they said, he was flared up again on like the beginning of March, so he been taking it slow and just getting that rehab. And he had the procedure. It's 3 weeks left, so. If he missed at least probably the first 2 or 3 games, he still got a chance. And depending on what the series looking like, he might not need to come back into the second round. Just give him a little bit of extra rest.
But I will say this: if these players come back, please do not try to start them in the starting lineup. Just bring them off the bench. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You bring them off the bench, work their way back in. Don't try to start them, especially in playoff basketball, because it's not going to end with.
Yeah, and these players is playing hard because everybody is trying to win.
And it's wide open. This is probably the most wide open this has been in a long
Especially
time.
with injuries is hurting everybody.
The Warriors ain't the favorites. The Cavs ain't the favorites.
Right.
So it is what it is.
I don't want to see a Rockets Raptors championship. So
When he said that, I instantly threw up in my mouth.
Hey, well, we know LeBron going back, but
The Rockets though is nice.
That's something different from.
But not Kyle Lowry. Not Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry.
But all right, man, let's go ahead and get over to Kawhi Leonard, the silent assassin, the claw. He done missed about 60 plus games, maybe 63 or 64 games with a groin injury.
Yeah, quad
injury. So they just saying like it's a lot of tension going on between him and the Spurs. And right now, I think
tension going on.
Like I think he's cleared to play, but he still don't feel like he's 100% or fully healthy to play. Like they had the players only meeting, and he just told him basically that he's gonna come back when he feel there's no need for him to rush back if he's just gonna re-injure himself again. Came back, played 9 games, then went back out again. So do you think that Kawhi should come back or should he sit out?
I mean, it's all up to him. Okay, he the franchise man. So at the end of the day, he gonna do what's right for him. We look to the other players, the coaches, what they want to do. Why that's going on? The players want to sit here and be on the team with the star player not playing. Do they want to follow?
I mean, they still got LaMarcus Aldridge.
Exactly.
He was already, and coming to be the star player. They got Paul Gasol.
And the 2 coaches we talking about, their teams rather, Brad Stevens and Greg Popovich, they're probably the 2 best coaches in the league. I've been saying that for a minute. They both should get Coach of the Year almost.
I don't know, man. Not with Mike D'Antoni, he done did his thing.
But he got James Harden and Chris Paul. Greg Popovich ain't got nobody but LA, who had one of the worst playoffs I ever seen last year.
Yeah.
Brad Stevens, star player, got injured the first 5 minutes of the season.
Right. Tore his leg off, something crazy.
But back to what I'm saying, Kawhi and the Spurs. I mean, it's just up to the teammates, the coach. Like basically, Popovich said it's frustrating. I think that is what it is. It's like it's frustrating for everybody. It's frustrating for the teammates.
Right, they think
it's frustrating for
come
Kawhi.
back. Yep.
It's frustrating for Greg Popovich. I know it is because it's like if we had you on the court, we'd be much more of a threat.
Much more.
off top, but
You got Manu Ginobili, who's about 40 years old. Tony Parker can't carry the load like he could, and you was expecting Kawhi to come back, and it's Nas like, we might not have in the playoffs. They was on the verge of missing the playoffs.
Right.
So right now they 6th in the West. It's 10 games left, and you know that. From the 4th spot down to maybe the 9th, 10th spot is, there's not too many games far off where they could slip out of the playoffs if they go on the little 5, like let's lose the next 4 games or something. They could slip out. Right now they got to play the Blazers, so that's going to be a good one. But I'm expecting, without Kawhi, got to go with the Blazers just to win that series, just because how hot they are right now with Dame and CJ.
Right. So, I think it's just frustrating for everybody in San Antonio, but Kawhi gonna do what he want to do. It's up to everybody else to either follow the leader or jump ship. Period.
Right. So he might as well just call it a wraps on this season. Just let them play with.
I ain't gonna say that though, because I feel like if anybody is ready to come back in the playoffs, it's him, and that could be what he waiting on. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, on some real, and we might touch on this the next EP. I don't think everybody is obviously these players is not injured how they say they is. Watching KD, he's shooting around.
Right, with he got a fractured rib. He most definitely can play. Klay Thompson is really hurt, but you see he draining him with the left hand.
Draymond can play.
Draymond could play. He just getting his rest in before the last 10, 11 games.
Exactly. We know Kawhi, he cleared. You know what I'm saying? It's a different situation for him. But I know a lot of these players that's sitting out now, because especially the playoffs about to start, they not injured.
Trying to get that little rest. And the Warriors know they not going to fall down to the 3rd seed. They might not get the 1st, so they know they could take games off.
Honestly, we might not see Klay for the rest of the season. Maybe like the last 2 games.
Yeah, I don't think so, because he's going to be out like the next 2 weeks. Like you said, the last 2 games he might come back, but at that point you might as well save him for the first round of the playoffs.
So you about to get, KD and Klay, and maybe a little Draymond.
Right.
He might not.
They got to play the Timberwolves that first round. That's going to be a tough one too, because Jimmy Butler's supposed to come back off his knee injury.
Because he ain't really hurt either. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
He not really hurt either. You know what I'm saying? He can play.
And they going up against Cat, Andrew Wiggins, Jeff T.
Because I bet Joel Embiid, he play all. Bro, he going to play a lot of minutes in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, he got to.
That's what I'm saying, man. He's been on many restrictions.
Ain't
playing back-to-backs. He about to be playing 40 minutes almost every other night.
Right. So
we gonna talk about that on another episode.
Right, yeah. So Kawhi, I say sit out, man. But if you close to being healthy, come on back, man. I need to see that in the playoffs. So go ahead and get over to the Final Four, man. It's been a crazy one all year. It's been talk that a lot of the college players, they don't play with the fundamentals no more. They just trying to shoot. Try to play a little backyard basketball, but I'm liking this tournament, man. It's showing that anybody can be beat. You just can't be arrogant because you go to Duke or because you go to Virginia. You think that you just gonna come in and just beat the 16 seed and you the number 1 seed, just that easy. So we got a Cinderella team in there, the Loyola Chicago team. They going to the Final Four for the first time in 55 years, and they're going to play number 3 Michigan. And then you got Kansas versus Villanova. So who do you got winning that Michigan and Loyola Chicago?
I'm going for Michigan, but me being from here, these is the type of games that we lose.
Right.
But I'm going with Michigan.
Yeah,
plus,
you got to. They hot right now.
Loyola, they the Cinderella team. It's like Michigan always. I feel like we always a Cinderella team.
Yeah, we are. They've been a Cinderella team the last few years, even since Trey Burke was on the team. It's been like they wasn't supposed to do what they did then. Last year they made it to the Elite 8. I think this is their 3rd time in the last 6 seasons making it past the Elite 8 or to the Elite 8. So they've been pretty consistent without having the best players in the nation.
And that's another thing too. We should be able to put them out.
We
need to put them out on the offensive side of the ball.
And they saying that we're the best defensive team. We holding the teams to 38%.
That's what I'm saying. We just put the ball in the bucket. This should be an easy dub for Michigan.
I like that team, man. Wagner and what's his name, Chris Matt. They got a lot of good players. I just been watching.
They ain't got no.
Yeah, they ain't got no flat, no Marvin Bagley or nothing like that. But they got good players. With Jordan Poole, he hit the game-winning 3 against Houston. So I'm going with Michigan too to go to.
But don't sleep on Loyola.
Yeah, you most definitely can't.
Especially
do that.
at this
'Cause
point. They so hype right now.
They
so
made
hype.
it this far, so they might still go to the national championship. So who you got between Kansas and Villanova?
Man, I feel like whoever win this one gonna win the whole thing.
Yeah, because both of these teams is just known they got good coaches and they come
And Graham,
from
I've been
historic
watching Graham
franchises.
like
Since he came
right,
in,
like
you
we've
know
been
what I'm
watching him
saying?
for a minute, so
Yeah.
I want to see him like win. You know what I'm saying? They got more talent than that.
Yep.
They just beat Duke. I mean, I'm gonna go with Kansas, man. But Villanova, they ready. You know what I'm saying? They just won
they
2
ready
years
for
ago. I mean, that's gonna be a great
Yeah,
game.
that's gonna be probably the best game. I would have wanted to see that in the national championship, but I had already called Michigan to win. I had them in state.
Yeah, I had Michigan in the Final Four for sure.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be in Michigan and Kansas for the national championship, and I'm gonna just have to roll with Michigan to get that thing won, man.
I would hope Michigan gets it all done, but just looking at their team and going against Kansas and Villanova, just being honest, I don't know. I am going for Michigan though.
Yeah, but it's gonna be tough though. It's gonna be tough.
They should
playing either
straight-
one of those teams.
I ain't gonna say they should scrape Loyola, but they should get that job.
Yeah,
done. They should be in the national championship.
Yeah, oh,
And after that, you got that Kansas Villanova matchup. Whoever win that,
yeah,
I
it's
feel like
gonna
that's
be
who gonna
a
win.
tougher team. I don't know. Either one of those teams is gonna be tough, man.
But
So,
Villanova, Kansas, that's gonna be a great basketball game. Everybody should make sure they watch that one. Two good coaches, two good teams. The coaches ready,
Right.
the teams ready, everybody ready. There's some seniors playing. Like that's gonna be a good game. Like for real, for real.
sure, man. Well, that's all we got for y'all today. Another episode of Mike and Drew Sports Show. Make sure that y'all follow us on Twitter. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Mike and Drew Sports.
Two S's.
2 S's. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mike and Drew Sports.
Download that app.
Download that app. It's on iTunes, Google Play. You can get with us anywhere. We got merchandise, Mike and Drew Sports clothing.
Get that.
Shop with us. And that's what it is.
We out.